I'm delighted to be at Asheville once again. I realize, you don't think about being old until somebody says you did something 40 years ago. And you think, oh my goodness. I was thinking though, because I'm a fan of exploration and I'm a fan of going out into the world. And I was thinking, of course, of Christopher Columbus, because it's somebody we don't think about a lot. And I know a lot of ugly things happen with Columbus. These things happen. And so you say, oh, Nikki, you don't mention it because of slavery stuff. But he didn't start it and he couldn't end it. But that's not the point. The point is, I just thought I'd mention that. But Columbus, like a lot of us, I teach at Virginia Tech, and a lot of our students, a lot of you, Columbus graduated from high school, and his parents said, Chris, what are your plans? And I'm sure that Columbus was like, well, Mama, I don't have any plans. I mean, what you gonna? He lives in Genoa, for God's sake. What have you got there? Sausage, right? So you know that there were gonna be some problems. But his mother, I'm a mother of a son, like a lot of mothers of the sons, she's gonna be worried because she knows that if he hangs around Genoa, eventually some girl is gonna knock on the door and say, Miss Columbus, Chris and I have a situation, you know what I'm saying? Something she doesn't wanna hear. And we understand that because what are you gonna do? You're in Genoa, for Christ's sake. So she's gonna say to her son what some of our mothers, and I'm sure our fathers, but I think mothers, said to us, son, you gotta go someplace. You got to do something. In that time, he's gonna say, but Mama, where am I going? There's no jobs here. What can I do? She said, well, you've been talking about the world is round. You've been talking about that forever. You've been talking about sailing around it. But it brings tears to my eyes when I think about his mother because she knows one thing. If she sends her boy out, she may never see him again. She's like a lot of parents who encourage their children, go to college, go get a degree, knowing that if you fulfill that dream, they will not see you again. Or the you that they see will not be the you that they saw. You will change. But our faith in our children requires that we send you out. So she said to Chris, you have to go, son. You have to go somewhere. Now, I'm sure he wasn't happy, but there was no place to go except Spain. We know that. That's where the money was. There was a war going on, but that's where the money was. Spain was the, New York of the day, Los Angeles of the day. It's a foreign country. But nonetheless, he sails to Spain. He's a good-looking guy. He's an Italian. He's fun. He eats and drinks. So he's now in Spain, and he's hanging around Isabella, which does not please Ferdinand. And he has his friends, so those of you who are men in this room, you know that you have a bunch of friends, and they're saying, Chris, what are your plans? What are you here for? And he said, well, I'd like to go around the world. Maybe I can get somebody to give me a couple of ships. And they're like, man, nobody gonna give you no ships. So they're laughing, but Ferdinand has noticed that Isabella is noticing this Italian, and Ferdinand said, what do we need to do to get rid of him? This is going to happen with a lot of people. For those of us who remember the age of segregation, when black people came to go to college, they said, we don't want to go to school with black people. Where can we send them? So land-grant black colleges were made. So something good came out of it, but it came out for a bad reason. But we're not here for that today. We are celebrating Columbus. Ferdinand says, what does he want? He said he needs 3 ships. So he said, give them to him. Ferdinand's rich, why not? So he got the 3 ships. Now Columbus is gonna have to go back to his drinking buddies because he had them. They'd all said, man, when you get them ships, we'll be with you. Yeah, we with you. But now that he's got the ships, now that he has the scholarship, now that he can run track, now that he can play football, all of those people that are standing there saying, we're with you, are finding a reason not to go along, not to do their fair share. But Columbus put together, he said, well, let's see where we can go. So he put together a crew, and they sailed out of Spain, and they sailed on up to Gibraltar, as you know, and they sailed on out to the Canary Islands. And this is where our story is enjoined. When they got to the Canary Islands, everybody said, man, you proved your point. You showed that we can sail out. It's time to turn back. You've done what you came to do. And Columbus said, no, I came to discover a new world. We're not there. They said, Columbus, if we continue on this journey, we're going to fall off the earth. We're going to go forward, and we're going to fall off the earth because there's nothing there. You're wrong about that, man. We was just humoring you. And Columbus said, if I perish, I perish. But I'm going to see the king. He knew that whatever was there, if he fell off the earth, it was better than turning back and saying, I can't do it. I come from a generation that could not say to our grandparents. We could have said it to our parents because we didn't care. We could have told our parents, no, we can't do it. We can't change America. We can't stop a war. We can't make a more just world. We could have said it to our parents because they're losers too. But we couldn't say it to our grandparents because our grandparents believed in us and loved us. Columbus said, no, I am going to sail on. And you will sail with me because you're on this ship. We must go forward. There is a new world out there. We know that Columbus never found America. We know that he continued to sail and he came into the Caribbean. We know that. We know that he wanted to find the Spice Islands. He never found that. But he found a new world, and the world was the world of his heart, that there was something to do that had not been done. And I am saying to you this morning, to the class of 2013, you too must sail on. There are issues that are needing to be resolved. You must sail into that new world. If you fall, if you perish, at least you tried to do something. You must sail on into all of the unknowns and make a better world for every one of us. You can do this. You can sail and you can swim and you can do this, and you must. We count on you. Thank you.